Hello everyone, today we're going to be discussing the eccentric American artist Andy Warhol. Now Andy Warhol became popular during the pop art movement when artists were exploring the relationship between commercial art, advertising, pop culture, and artistic expression. They would often take items from pop culture, pulling things from advertising, and then create an artistic work out of it. Now, Andy Warhol's favorite media was usually silkscreen, but he would also paint, use film, photography, and sculpture. He liked to explore a lot of different media when he was expressing himself. His most famous pieces usually involved taking commercial items and then placing them on a grid, so it was kind of like seeing them in a grocery store or an assembly line, emphasizing the mass production society that we have. His most famous pieces involved a Campbell soup can, Coca-Cola bottles, and Brillo pads. He also took famous cultural icons such as Marilyn Monroe, Elvis Presley, and Elizabeth Taylor and created artworks out of those people as well. So today we're going to be taking a piece of paper, a pencil, some crayons, and creating an Andy Warhol inspired masterwork or art piece. So whenever you're ready, join me at the drawing board. Hello again everyone. So I'm going to be doing this project kind of in two parts. The first thing I'm going to teach you is sort of a do-it-yourself transfer paper if you don't have transfer paper at home, which most people don't. So what you want to do is draw an image. So I'm just going to draw something simple like a couple of hearts. And then on the back, you're going to rub a bunch of graphite onto the back of it. And I'm using a mechanical pencil, which is probably not the wisest thing to use, but it's what I have, So once you have all of that on there, you're going to take it, put it onto your white sheet of paper, and then trace back over your image and push hard. And then you'll see that you transferred it onto another sheet of paper. So when you're doing this project, if you want to sketch something out on a piece of paper, rub the graphite on the back, then you can produce it in fours onto the sheet of paper you're going to be working on next. Okay, so let's go to the next part. Okay, so now we're going to start working on our project. The first thing you're going to do is take a plain sheet of paper and you're going to fold it in half. One time, then you're going to fold it again another time until you've created 4 equal rectangles. Now you can do this way or this way, whichever you prefer to do. I showed you the transfer method a minute ago, so if you want to draw something more complicated and then transfer it on there, feel free to do so. I'm just going to draw something simple. And also, if you are doing this project with younger children, make sure you have them draw something simple. So I am just going to draw, maybe we'll do a pineapple. You can draw anything you want. I'm just doing something for simplicity's sake. And then I'm going to reproduce this on here. And like I said, if you want to use the transfer paper technique, feel free to do that if you're doing something more complicated. Because you want all of these to be almost identical. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to go into my crayons and I'm going to select a color. Let's see, let's do something kind of similar to what a pineapple normally looks like. So I'm going to go in, do this side yellow, and then maybe we'll do this side orange. Nothing fancy. Then I'm gonna go in and let's see, let's do green. And I don't know, maybe we'll do blue in the middle. So something kind of, you know, you could do a little bit crazier on the colors. And then I'm going to do one solid color in the background. Now, if crayons are not your thing and you want to do this with paint, or you can do it with oil pastels, regular pastels, you know, any sort of media that you feel like using. I just know that most people have crayons at home, so I'm using crayons. What I'm going to do is just completely color in this square right here. Okay. So you want like one big solid wall of color on the background of whatever your image is. Right. Then let's see. I don't think that one's that dark. Sorry, trying to pick a color. Then let's see if this one's a dark. Then I'm going to take a dark color just to sort of outline it. And you can do this any way you want to do it. This is just my way of doing it. And then what you're going to do is for each square, you're going to color each image just a little bit different with a different background. So similar idea, just make sure you pick different colors for each of your 4 squares. All right, so I finished my project. This is how it came out. As you notice, I did different colors in each one, different varieties. I'm sure yours came out super colorful too. Feel free to redo this project and explore more with color and just enjoy yourself. So stay creative and have fun, guys. Thanks for watching.